The auditorium was packed with families celebrating their graduates. I sat in the third row with my daughter Emma beside me, her honors diploma resting on her lap. She'd walked across that stage 30 minutes earlier, shaking hands with the principal and smiling for the photographer. My sister Jennifer sat 2 seats away, scrolling through her phone. Her son Tyler had graduated in the same ceremony, though he'd walked without any honors cords or special recognition. "Emma's diploma looks nice," my mother said, leaning over to get a better view. Jennifer didn't look up from her phone. "They hand those out to everyone now. Participation trophies. She only graduated because of luck." Emma's fingers tightened around the edge of the diploma. I watched her face carefully, but she kept her expression neutral. "Emma graduated with honors," I said quietly. "That's not luck." Jennifer finally looked up, her eyes moving from Emma to me. "Please. Teachers these days basically give away good grades. Tyler could have gotten honors too if he'd wanted to, but he was focused on real-world skills instead of kissing up to teachers." My mother shifted uncomfortably. "Jennifer, maybe we should." "Should what?" "Pretend this is some huge achievement." Jennifer turned directly to Emma. "Sweetie, I'm not trying to be mean, but graduating high school is literally the bare minimum. Everyone does it. Don't let your mom make you think you're special." Emma's voice was steady when she spoke. "I understand." "Good," Jennifer said, returning to her phone. "Someone needs to keep expectations realistic around here." The ceremony continued on stage. The principal introduced the scholarship committee chair, an older woman in a navy suit who carried a folder to the podium. "Now for the annual scholarship awards," the principal announced. "These are merit-based scholarships ranging from $5,000 to $50,000, awarded to students who demonstrated exceptional academic achievement and research capabilities." Jennifer snorted quietly. "Watch, they'll probably give everyone a scholarship too. Can't hurt anyone's feelings." The scholarship chair opened her folder. "Our first award is the Regional Science Research Scholarship for $10,000. This goes to a student who completed an independent research project presented at the State Science Symposium." Emma sat up slightly straighter. "The recipient is Emma Peterson," the chair announced. I heard my mother gasp softly. Jennifer stopped scrolling. Emma stood, smoothing down her graduation gown, and walked toward the stage. The auditorium applauded. She climbed the steps, shook hands with the scholarship chair, and accepted the certificate and oversized check. When she returned to her seat, Jennifer stared at her. $10,000? For what?" "A research project on antibiotic resistance patterns," Emma said simply. "I worked with a university lab last summer." Jennifer's jaw tightened. "I didn't know about that." "I mentioned it at Thanksgiving," Emma replied. "You said it sounded boring." The scholarship chair was already announcing the next award. The Mathematics Achievement Scholarship for $15,000 goes to a student who scored in the top 1% nationally on the Advanced Mathematics Assessment. Emma's name was called again. This time Jennifer didn't make a sound. She watched Emma walk to the stage, accept another certificate and check, and return to her seat. "How many of these are there?" Jennifer asked, her voice tight. I pulled out the program I'd been holding. The scholarship section lists 12 major awards. They're all merit-based, judged by external committees. Emma was called to the stage 3 more times over the next 20 minutes. A chemistry scholarship for $12,000, a writing award for $8,000, and a community service scholarship for $10,000. Jennifer's expression shifted from skeptical to pale. Tyler, seated beside her, slumped in his chair and stared at his feet. My mother leaned over again. "Jennifer, did you know Emma was up for all these scholarships?" "No," Jennifer said. "Nobody told me." "I posted about the applications in the family group chat," I said. "Back in January. You replied with a thumbs-down emoji and said scholarships were scams." The scholarship chair returned to the podium for the final announcements. "We have 2 remaining awards tonight, both of significant value. The first is the Academic Excellence Full Scholarship, which covers 4 years of tuition, room, and board at any state university. This is our highest award, valued at approximately $120,000. The auditorium went completely silent. This year's recipient demonstrated perfect grades across all 4 years, leadership in 3 academic clubs, and publication of research in a peer-reviewed journal, the chair said with a smile. Emma Peterson. The applause was louder this time. I heard people whistling. Emma walked to the stage for the sixth time, and I noticed her hands were shaking slightly as she accepted the award. Jennifer's phone slipped from her fingers and clattered on the floor. She didn't bend down to pick it up. When Emma sat back down, she had 6 certificates and 6 oversized checks stacked on her lap. The total value of her scholarships exceeded $175,000. There's one more award, the principal said, returning to the microphone. But this one is slightly different. Every year we nominate one exceptional student for the National Academic Achievement Award. If selected by the National Committee, the student receives recognition at a ceremony in Washington and a scholarship that covers both undergraduate and graduate education at any institution in the country. Jennifer finally bent down to retrieve her phone. Her hands were shaking. We received notification last week that our nominee was selected, the principal continued. Out of over 15,000 nominees nationwide, only 50 students are chosen. This is the first time in our school's history that one of our students has received this honor. I already knew what was coming. Emma had gotten the email 3 days ago. She'd shown it to me in the kitchen, her eyes wide with disbelief. Emma Peterson, please come to the stage. The applause was different this time. People stood. Teachers who had lined the walls were clapping. I saw several of them wiping their eyes. Emma walked to the stage one last time. The principal shook her hand and then pulled her into a hug. The scholarship chair handed her a special plaque and another certificate. The national award covers full tuition, fees, room, board, books, and a stipend for living expenses for up to 8 years of continuous education, the principal announced. The total value exceeds $400,000. Jennifer made a choking sound. When Emma returned to her seat, she was crying. She set the plaque down carefully on top of her other awards and wiped her eyes with the back of her hand. I didn't know, Jennifer whispered. I honestly didn't know. I told the family group chat, I said again. I mentioned her research projects at every family dinner. I talked about her test scores, her college applications, her volunteer work. You weren't paying attention. The ceremony concluded 15 minutes later. Families began filtering out toward the lobby where refreshments were set up. Emma gathered her awards carefully, stacking them in chronological order. Tyler approached us hesitantly. Emma, that was really cool. Congratulations. Emma smiled at him. Thanks, Tyler. How are you feeling about community college? Good, he said. I'm actually excited about the technical program I got into. That's great, Emma said, and she sounded genuine. You're really good with your hands. You'll do well. Jennifer stood frozen in place, staring at the stage. My mother touched her arm gently. Jennifer, we should go congratulate Emma properly. Jennifer turned to look at Emma as if seeing her for the first time. $400,000? Plus the other scholarships, I confirmed. Though she can't combine them all. She'll have to choose which ones to accept. I thought she was just an average student, Jennifer said. I thought Tyler was the smart one. Tyler is smart, I said. He's just smart in different ways. But that doesn't mean Emma isn't exceptional. We moved toward the lobby. Other families stopped Emma every few feet to congratulate her. Teachers hugged her. The principal asked to take a photo with her for the school website. Jennifer walked behind us, silent. Tyler had wandered off to find his friends. In the lobby, the scholarship chair approached Emma directly. I wanted to personally congratulate you. Your research paper on antibiotic resistance was genuinely impressive. Several committee members have PhDs in microbiology, and they were amazed by the depth of your analysis. Thank you, Emma said. I had great mentors at the university lab. Have you decided where you'll attend in the fall? MIT, Emma said. They have the best bioengineering program and they've guaranteed me a spot in their advanced research track. The chair beamed. Excellent choice. Keep in touch. I'd love to hear about your work. After she left, Jennifer finally spoke. MIT. She was accepted to MIT, Stanford, and Princeton, I said. She chose MIT because of their research facilities. I didn't know she applied to those schools. She talked about it at Christmas dinner. I reminded her. You said she was aiming too high and would be disappointed. Jennifer's face crumpled. I said that. You did, Emma said softly. It's okay, Aunt Jennifer. I know you didn't mean to be hurtful. But I was hurtful, Jennifer said. She looked at Emma's stack of awards. I was so busy being proud of Tyler for just graduating that I didn't see what you were accomplishing. I dismissed it. I called it luck. Tyler should be proud of graduating, Emma said. Everyone's path is different. That's very mature of you, Jennifer said. More mature than I was today. My mother had been standing quietly, but now she stepped forward. Emma, sweetheart, I'm so proud of you. I always knew you were special, but this is beyond anything I imagined. Emma hugged her grandmother. Thank you, Grandma. Jennifer watched this exchange, her expression pained. Emma, I owe you an apology. A real one. What I said today was cruel and wrong. You didn't graduate because of luck. You graduated because you worked incredibly hard and you earned every single one of those awards. Emma looked at her aunt for a long moment. Thank you for saying that. I mean it, Jennifer insisted. And I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry I minimized your achievements. You're remarkable and I should have seen that. Tyler reappeared with a plate of cookies. Mom, they have really good cookies here. Jennifer looked at her son, then back at Emma. Tyler, did you know about Emma's scholarships? He nodded, chewing. Yeah, she posted about most of them in our cousin group chat. The one without the adults. Jennifer closed her eyes briefly. There's a cousin group chat? You told us to make one, Tyler said. Remember? You said we should stay connected without parents reading everything. Right, Jennifer said weakly. Emma's phone buzzed. She checked it and smiled. My research mentor wants to know if I can meet with a doctoral candidate next week. They're working on something related to my project and want to discuss collaboration. You're still in high school, Jennifer said. For 3 more weeks, Emma corrected gently. Then I'm a college student. We stood in the lobby for another hour, accepting congratulations from teachers, administrators, and other families. Emma handled each interaction with grace, thanking people sincerely, asking about their plans and deflecting attention when she could. Jennifer stayed nearby the entire time watching. I could see her reassessing everything she thought she knew about Emma. Finally, the crowd thinned. We gathered our things and headed toward the parking lot. Emma carried her awards carefully, the plaques and certificates awkward to balance. Can I carry something for you? Jennifer offered. Emma handed her one of the smaller certificates. Thank you. We reached our cars. Tyler hugged Emma goodbye, telling her again that her achievements were impressive. My mother kissed Emma's cheek and promised to take her to dinner to celebrate. Jennifer stood by her car door, the certificate still in her hands. Emma, I know I don't deserve to ask this, but would you be willing to have coffee with me sometime? Before you leave for MIT? I'd like to actually hear about your research and your plans. I'd like to listen properly this time. Emma considered this. I'd like that, Aunt Jennifer. Thank you, Jennifer said. She handed the certificate back carefully. You really are exceptional. I'm sorry it took me so long to notice. We drove home in comfortable silence. Emma stared out the window, the sunset painting everything gold and orange. How do you feel? I asked. He thought about it. Validated, I guess. It was hard when Aunt Jennifer said that stuff. Even though I knew it wasn't true, it still hurt. I know it did. But then hearing my name called over and over, seeing the amounts, knowing that multiple committees and judges all thought my work was worthwhile. She trailed off. It helped. You never needed their validation, I said. You know that, right? You were exceptional before today and you'll still be exceptional tomorrow. I know, she said. But it still felt good to have proof. We pulled into our driveway. Emma gathered her awards again, balancing the stack carefully as we walked to the front door. Inside, she spread everything out on the dining room table. 7 certificates. 7 checks. 1 plaque. Proof of 4 years of dedication, countless hours of studying, weekends spent in labs, nights spent writing and revising. $400,000, she said quietly. That's more money than I can really comprehend. It's an investment in your future, I said. In your potential. She picked up the National Award plaque, running her fingers over the engraved text. Do you think Aunt Jennifer really didn't know? I think she chose not to know, I said honestly. I think it was easier for her to dismiss your achievements than to acknowledge them and feel inadequate about Tyler's path. That's sad. It is. But she's trying now. That matters. Emma nodded. She set the plaque down and looked at the spread of awards on our table. I'm going to frame these. All of them. Not to show off, but to remember. Remember what? That hard work pays off. That persistence matters. That when people tell you you're not good enough, they're usually wrong. She smiled. And that sometimes luck has nothing to do with it. I hugged her tight, this brilliant daughter of mine who had proven everyone wrong simply by being exactly who she was meant to be.